Hello, today let's learn about hashing in data structures. Hashing is a technique that maps keys to indices in a table using a hash function. Collision occurs when two different keys map to the same index. To resolve collisions, various methods are used to store and retrieve data, which we will explore in detail. Let's understand this using an analogy of assigning guests to rooms in a hotel where there are 10 rooms representing each index value and guests as key values.
We can say in the hotel that there are 10 rooms and 5 rooms are already allocated to other guests. I am currently in the waiting list and I paid 32,000 for the room. After applying the hash function, the hash value is 2. We get this from the calculations we have performed on the modulus of the money with the number of rooms. So in this case, it's 32 mod 10. I am assigned to the room number 2 with no collisions since that room was already empty.
I am also looking for a room in this hotel, and the amount I have is 42k. By applying the same hash function calculation, which is 42 mod 10, I also get assigned room 2, which is already occupied by Tejas. This process is called collision. There are many collision resolution techniques, one of them being chaining. So when applying chaining, I get assigned the same room, even though it is already occupied. But instead of overwriting or finding a new room, I have to share the room with Tejas. Applying this analogy, it is like a linked list assigned to the same index value.
As you can see, compared to the chaining method, now Tejas and Sami have been allocated separate rooms. How did this happen? Let me show you how this works. So in my case, I have 77,000 and the hash value returned is 7 from 77 mod 10. We can see that room 7 is already occupied by Oscar, so for this case of collision, we apply linear probing. That is how Sami got assigned room 8. He first tried room 2, which was occupied, then room 3, which was also occupied, so on till he found room 8, which was vacant. In my case, I try room 7 and room 8, which aren't vacant, but room 9 is, so I will be assigned room 9.
So let's move on to the next collision resolution method, quadratic probing. This method is similar to linear probing, with the main difference being that unlike linear probing, it does not check for the next vacant space. Instead, it calculates the assigned room using a formula, which is hash value plus I square modulus table size, where I starts from 0 and increments by 1. So in my case, I have 74,000 and the hash value is 4. Room 4 is already occupied, and to resolve this collision, I apply the quadratic probing formula and get the value as 4. Again, I increment I by 1 and get the answer as 5, which is again occupied. So I repeat this process till I get a vacant room. Finally, after the calculations, I get assigned room 0. We still have Darshil in the waiting room who has 34,000 to spend. So why don't you try to assign him a room using all three methods? Pause the video and try it for yourself.
In summary, we have learned the concept of hashing and various hashing resolution techniques during collision. Some of the applications of hashing are file integrity, duplicate detection, password protection, and caching. We hope you learned something valuable today to help strengthen your data structure foundation. Thank you and have a great day.